So, hey guys, Chauzu here. So I wanted to do a proper run of Oden and Toki, so I decided to do a no-stall speedrun for both Doffy 2 and Revo 2. And I actually had a lot of fun. I really like the design of this legend, mainly the captain ability, which means that every time another slasher uses a special, the Oden and Toki as captain both gets -2 CD to special and -1 CD to swap. So you can do some really funky things, and abusing this mechanic was basically my main focus for these teams. But as always, I want to make something special for the teams, and for this team I guess it's using this Shiryu. All he does is remove poison, and he has a Sailor ability to remove 1 turn of special bind, which is actually crucial and is the main reason I picked him, because I have Viola on the team, removes 2 turns of special bind. Luffy Zoro swap, using it twice, removes 2 turns, and then together with Shiryu it just works out perfectly in a lot of situations. Like, I cannot just not swap. Sometimes just moving stage and swapping Luffy Zoro is enough, but sometimes you don't want to swap them, so yeah, worked out pretty well. I use one Oden and Toki special pretty early there, but I'm actually going to save it now for the end of the run. This is a very weird team where I'm not really relying on a lot of buffs. Like final stage here, I can't use the color affinity from Oden and Toki since that gets interrupted. I couldn't fit it on anybody but Viola, and Viola's only end of turn color affinity support is Ace, but that doesn't help the team, so we don't have any color affinity. So instead we're going to be relying on a chain boost, a very good ore boost from Super Swap, and a lot of slasher resistance. You're going to see quite a bit of resistance for this team. So yeah, I swap Kinemon and Danjiro every turn. By doing that, I have the guaranteed Super Swap for final stage. Well, I start swapping them at stage 3, so then it works out like that. Yeah, easy kill. And yeah, the hardest part of this team was like the middle of the run, like how to make it so things line up perfectly. And like the result is a trial and error sort of thing, where you try something, it doesn't work, you try something else, and eventually it does work. I've not talked about it yet, but the way I'm removing death up with this team is with perfect assists. So Oden and Toki has the trash map Recruit Cat, and Luffy Zoro has the trash map free-to-play Tashigi. I did use Shiryu here as well, basically just to remove the poison and to get the Super Swap going again, basically. Every special used help with getting the Super Swap ready. But yeah, use another Super Swap here. It's a very good Super Swap, giving 2.5 times ore boost, and adjacent gets matching orbs. Sadly, Oden Toki doesn't have slot bind reduction, so it kind of feels like Bandai messed something up. Like Luffy and Yamato can remove slot bind in 2 ways, swap and potential ability, but Oden and Toki can't remove it anyway, so it feels like you could have given 1 way to them instead of Luffy Yamato having 2 ways, but maybe just me. Anyway, Kinemon Danjiro is mainly for this stage, so we can remove the Rainbow Shield. And yeah, despite being no stall speedrun teams, this video will end up being close to 15 minutes, because swapping does take quite a bit of time, even if you're going fast in general. But yeah, this stage works out well. Like, Shiryu is not a guaranteed ore, but even if he doesn't get one, we easily kill anyway. And yeah, Oden and Toki being strength and quick is pretty nice here, since we can just swap them to quick here against Diamante. And then for final stage we can swap to strength against the Dex boss, so works out perfectly. Luffy Zoro swap is also very nice here for the slot bind removal, removing it from the Frank Captain Oden Toki. But yes, I already said it's going to be a weird final stage. We barely have any buffs. Like, it does help that Oden Toki themselves are like almost 5.8 times captains. That's very high, of course. And I said that color affinity won't help. We do get a little bit of chain boost at least. And Kingdom of Danger there adds 50% slasher resistance. 2.5 times ore boost from the super swap there. And each of the Oden and Toki specials add another 50% slasher resistance. So if you don't know, slasher resistance is additive, so you can stack them indefinitely. There's no cap. So here, easy math, 50 plus 50 plus 50. So 150 slasher resistance. So that turns out to basically be another buff and not just a nice little bonus. Like, that's a substantive buff. So despite losing a lot of damage by having these units hit with death up, we still get a comfortable kill. And that's the end of the first video. And we're moving on to Revo 2. And I felt like Revo 2 was even easier. And I also got to use some units I haven't used here really. Like the old rare recruit dog from the OG Roger and Oden batch. As well as the Buggy. Buggy is actually very nice with the Shang support, since he handles everything on the Molly stage. Kinda. And I say kind of because Buggy only does an 80% death down. It's basically the same issue that Super Superfast Robin has. Like, sure, she can do death up through full immunity, but it's just 80% death down. And a lot of the time that's not enough. In this case it is enough, but you do need more damage than you usually have to break through the remaining death up. But as you've seen, I've utilized a strat, both in this team and the last team, where I use some specials pretty early, basically just to get Oden and Toki going. It's a pretty unique mechanic to them after all. And overall I like this team more, it just comes together in a more beautiful way, so to say. And yeah, going to use one Oden and Toki special here. We'll easily be able to get it back later. I kind of needed to get through this stage. All the barriers are very annoying and we don't have any barrier pens. And yeah, by hitting in this specific order, we're able to make it through in one turn, so that's nice. One thing to consider with Revo 2 is stage 5 after this one, where you get unfavorable orbs. And you basically want to get tandem orbs of some kind. But in this team I'm going to utilize the super swap to get guaranteed 1 orbs and a guaranteed tandem orb on the Yukimaru. This turns out to be really nice. And actually it only works because I did use that dog special on stage 2 to lower the super swap count by 1 swap. I want to say 1 turn, but obviously it's not turn, it's swaps. Anyway, moving on. So friend Captain Oden has the super swap ready. So by using it, Yukimaru also gets a matching orb, which is very nice because that means we can hit with color affinity against Koala for extra damage. I got some good RNG here with Dog getting a tandem orb, but that's not guaranteed. So that's just some extra bonus, it's not needed for this team. But yeah, just build up the chain a bit against Sabo. Kill with the strength units, and then Yukimaru can finish off Koala. I did notice one thing when making this team about Super Swap, that when you swap from Oden to Toki, you get like an extra Toki animation in the end. And when you swap from Toki to Oden, you get an extra Oden animation. Just a pretty nice detail. I thought I'd see if it worked here, but yeah, I forgot I super swapped into Toki again, so whatever. Pretty nice touch though. I don't think I've seen that for other super swaps, but might just not be me paying attention. But yeah, as said, using Buggy here handles everything with the Shank support. And yeah, Oden Toki special is just essential here. Without that, we're not getting enough damage. And it feels weird to say, but Oden Toki has a 15 CD special. We use it against Morley here on stage 6. And we're still going to get it back for stage 10 without any CD reduction specials. That's just how crazy their captain ability is in terms of cooldown reduction. We're even going to get both the super swaps back, which feels insane when looking at this, when we're just going to no stall from here, like we're on stage 7, and the super swaps are not even near to be ready yet. But as you see when you use dog here, the swap meter went up a bit, and we got a few specials left, like we're going to use Ray League, we're going to use Kyukimaru, we also swap every turn, so it adds up very fast. Was a bit worried if this will be enough damage, but we're good. If it wasn't enough damage, then the team just wouldn't work, so I was happy to see that working. But yeah, really again, and this is a pretty cool thing that is worth remembering, that even if you have the spear and you use a special to remove it, you still get the cooldown reductions. So yes, otherwise you will think that the spear will stop it, but basically it applies after the special is used. So when the spear is gone, you do get the cooldown, so that's nice. Gyukimaru here, and as said, this team is very clean. I'm happier with this team. And as you see here, removed the spear. This gets Oden super swap ready. So I can just add a super swap on this stage already, which is pretty crazy. One thing I also enjoyed with this unit that I've not talked about is the fact that duo form is just one turn, which has its pros and cons. The main con is that you get the higher captain ability buff for less turns, but the control you get with one turn duo form really feels good. I enjoyed it a lot. I don't mind if this becomes a bit more common. It depends on the unit in the end, but like if you only have one turn buffs anyway, like might as well just have a one turn super swap or one turn duo form. That's the word. But yeah, this unit has grown on me. It still has the same issues as before, like mainly being a slasher only unit. And I also don't like the super tandem. I'll probably try and use it eventually. We'll see if anybody can get a level 5 Oden Toki. I doubt it, but I'll try and use it, but not a fan of it. But the unit in general, pretty solid. Happy I was able to pull them. But yeah, end of the video. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.